E-commerce went through its biggest change ever in 2025. Let's say that you love running. You open your browser to find the best pair of running shoes, but do you type best running shoes in Google? No. You type best running shoes for training for a marathon. Do you scroll through all the results and look at the roundup of all the most recommended running shoe brands? No. You look at what Google's AI has recommended for you, and then you click those links. Why? Because it's faster, it's easier, and sometimes it's more reliable. This is one small example of how the whole foundation of e-commerce has changed this year in 2025. And there are a lot more. Now, these changes are so significant that anybody who is not keeping track of them is going to fall behind in 2026. Thing is, if you had spent all of 2025 trying to grow a business, trying to sell products, you probably missed some of these trends, and that's normal. While you were working, we analyzed thousands and thousands of trends this year. And today I'm going to boil down the most significant ones that happened over the year so that in 2026, you know exactly what you need to do to accelerate the growth of your brand. So in this video, I'm going to break down the most significant trends within technology and e-commerce in 2025, which is going to tell you exactly where the industry is headed. Now, before I dive in, I want to say a quick 10-second thank you to anybody who has watched, liked, subscribed, supported our channel in any way. Building this channel has been so much fun for me, and every single view, subscriber, comment is a huge show of support that allows me to keep doing this and keep bringing you this info. So thank you so much for all of your interactions this year. I really do appreciate it. With that, let's dive in. Let's say that you got a brand selling leggings. You grow your social media account, you run paid ads, you try to get mentions in these top 10 lists that rank leggings. Now, early in 2026, that might work still, but it's going to give you diminishing returns. And I'm going to tell you why, even though I think that you already know. Think about it. A consumer would hop online, search for the best leggings, and sigh because now they have to spend at least 30 minutes looking through all these different options to find the best one. Comparing reviews, comparing brands, materials. People don't want shopping to feel like work. They want to search for what they're looking for and get an answer immediately. Enter AI-powered shopping. In 2026, a search for the best leggings is going to get more specific. Something like the best durable leggings for dog owners. These top 10 blog post lists are now replaced with Google AI blurbs that are telling you exactly what you should look for. The whole structure of product discovery is changing. In 2026, people are going to use Google AI, GPT, Perplexity, all these different LLMs to find products that they want to buy. Salesforce reported 39% of consumers and over half of Gen Z are already using AI for product discovery, while Adobe found that 45% of retailers are using Gen AI for customer experience management. It's a super significant change because it shifts how people find products. It also forces you, the brand or the seller, to optimize for AI discovery. Now, we actually made a video about this, so I'm going to link that in the description, and you'll see it in the corner of your screen here as well. Here's the second big shift that you have to keep your eye on in 2026 when it comes to e-commerce trends. Let's say that you open the Amazon app to go and buy laundry detergent. You search for detergent, and the first couple results say sponsored. Maybe Tide paid Amazon to appear at the top, even if it's not the cheapest or the best rated. That is retail media. The retailer sells these top placements to brands directly, and that way the brand gets in front of you at the exact moment that you are ready to buy. And this is not just Amazon, this could be Walmart, Target, think any retailer. Now, retail kept exploding throughout the US in 2025. eMarketer pegged US retail media spending around $58.7 billion in 2025. Now, this is a super significant change because retailers, and not just Google and Meta, control the most valuable ad inventory. These ads are tied directly to purchase data, and that's reshaping how brands do their marketing and measure their ROI. Now, you've already seen this on Amazon, of course, but you're going to see this on a lot more retailers throughout 2026. So if your marketing strategy doesn't already include going after retail media, absolutely look into it. And that might mean as marketers, we're going to see people spending a lot less money on TikTok, Facebook, Google ads. Did you buy anything from a shoppable video this year? In 2025, TikTok Shop became a major US commerce channel, with reporting that it makes up nearly 20% of US social commerce. That is so significant, and here's why. It basically collapses the structure where we see entertainment, discovery, checkout into one single loop. This makes creators and algorithms culturally powerful within shopping as storefronts, search results. My advice? Before shooting your content, take a look at what other brands are doing on TikTok within shoppable videos, and then create a shot list so you know exactly what to capture, because you can bet that shoppable videos are going to be a huge marketing tool in 2026. This next trend is not optional, and it will determine the success or failure of e-commerce brands in 2026. Let's talk about same-day and next-day delivery. Fast fulfillment broadened dramatically in 2025. Amazon expanded same-day fresh grocery delivery to 2,300 US cities and towns. We actually just spoke to one of our users who were able to go viral with their new board game largely because they stocked their products in warehouses all over the world directly before the launch to avoid any delays. Delivery speed is no longer a premium feature. It's expected. So if you're going to sell physical products in 2026, or you're going to start or grow an e-commerce brand, you have got to make sure that you have a plan for same-day, next-day delivery, or you have your products stocked in 3PL warehouses everywhere that you're planning to do your marketing. Now, the way that people shop and actually pay for products has also dramatically changed in 2025, and it's going to be a big change in 2026. So let's talk about why you can't ignore the buy now, pay later options. Buy now, pay later usage continued to rise in 25, with 42% of Gen Z using this option versus 20% of other generations. In the holiday wave, Gen Z reported using buy now, pay later instead of credit cards for the first time in the study's history. This is so significant because it's reshaping economics. It's also shifting credit behavior to these installment native payment options. If you got a brand, you want to increase conversions, this is not negotiable. All right, next. If you followed my videos this year, then you've probably seen there is a lot of AI-infused physical products. AI PCs became a huge trend in late 2025, with Gartner forecasting 114 million AI PC shipments and AI PCs accounting for 43% of all PCs in 2025. This is so significant for so many reasons beyond just whoever buys an AI PC. Because what we're seeing and what's happening is these smart features are moving from cloud directly to being native on the device. That has a lot of advantages, from cost, cybersecurity, latency, there's a bunch of them. I really want to hit on the fact that this addresses a lot of people's concerns about cybersecurity. If you can have AI running on your device and it's not sending information directly into the cloud or into the hands of data resellers, you can reap the advantages of these devices without worrying that your data is getting sold to literally everybody with a credit card. So, all that said, I would expect to see a lot more devices, not just AI PCs, get infused with AI in 2026, maybe even becoming the standard. All right, next up, did you notice in 2025 there were a lot more international cross-border brands pushing into the US? So let's talk about the rise of international brands in the US. In 2025, there were a ton more non-US consumer brands selling within the US, especially from China. Reuters cited examples like PopMart, Miniso, Anta, and others expanding, with PopMart reporting 1,000% growth in North America. Now, this is a really significant change because it intensifies price competition, and it also accelerates trend cycles within the US. Now, that forces the US to really speed up and compete in this ever-expanding global economy. So, what does that really mean for you? First, in 2026, spend more time looking at trend discovery tools. I know, it's going to sound like I'm plugging Exploding Topics, which obviously I am. But even if you don't use our free tool, use a trend discovery tool. It's really important to understand what international products are on the rise. Simply put, keeping an eye on these trends, even spending 10 minutes a day looking at these trends, is going to increase your understanding of the market exponentially. Pretty soon, you'll be making business decisions on what feels like a hunch, but is actually knowledge that you've gained from doing this research. And speaking of learning about new trends and up-and-coming products, we have got so many more coming in 2026. So if you want to grow a brand, build a business, report or write about these trends across e-commerce, marketing, technology, you know where that subscribe button is. Again, thank you so much for your views, likes, subscriptions throughout the year. It means so much to me. I love you all, and I'll see you in 2026.